Now that I've got the panel underway, it's time to work on the border again. And as you remember the other day, I picked out a piece of cherry and a piece of walnut, and I have those rough sized to width. Now I need to miter them and cut them to length, and I borrowed my father-in-law's miter saw set up here to do this work. So here we go. What I'll probably do is miter all the one way and then come back and miter the other way. It's a little more efficient that way, even though there's only 4 sets of miters to do here. May zoom the camera a bit. That might be a little much. We'll go about right there. That way you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I've got this set at a 45 this way, and I'm going to make a cut. Just going to double check the length here one more time. Okay, the shortest length I need is 18. This end here has some bark that didn't clean up. Slide this down here. And this has that snipe I was talking about. If I put it up next to the fence, you can see the board comes straight and then it scoops down here. That's where it picked up into the cutter on the planer, and it leaves an undesirable scoop there that makes it really hard to sand out. So I'm going to start. I know I'm going to waste some of this out, so I can start about right here. As I'm marking this out, I'm going to continue talking. Another product endorsement, although, as I said, I don't get product endorsement any money for it. This hood here is made by FastCap. It's called their Chop Shop Saw Hood. And it does a great job of containing dust and funneling it down into the bottom. Now technically I could put a box underneath there and catch all the dust. I'm just going to let it drop down to the bottom of this thing and maybe a little bit on the shop floor, and I'll sweep it up. But if you're working outside, it's a great thing to keep the dust from blowing all over the place, or if you're in a customer's house, it's even more important to keep that dust contained. Now I marked here 18. I'm going to cut a little bit along that line, and that will be okay because my other miter needs to come back this way. Notice I'm holding this side. That's because I want this side of the miter to be good. I don't really care about this other side right now. As I said before, I'm going to miter that off. Now I'll spin the miter to 45 the other way. And I'm going to move the camera to the other side of the saw. And I can actually zoom out a little bit here. Now I'll actually cut these to length, or at least pretty close to length.